So 18.2 has been released, and we're looking at lots of squats, a heavy squat clean, and also the new movement standard for the burpees where we've got to jump in with 2 feet. So we're going to start with mobilising for the burpee. Believe it or not, you can hugely improve your range of motion and allowing you to jump your feet further in, which lets you get closer to the bar and then jump over in one movement rather than having to walk up to the bar. So we're looking at loosening off through the posterior chains. We're looking at hammies and low back. That's also going to benefit the squat clean in making sure that low back's nice and loose in order to get into a nice position in the bottom of the squat if we're going to be squat cleaning the bar. We're going to start with loosening off those hamstrings. Really, really easy drill. We're going to step 1 foot forwards, 1 foot back in this triangle position. We're going to hip hinge forward. We're going to load through that front leg. Okay, from there you're then going to bend and straighten that front leg 10 to 20 times. You can definitely add some traction to this, so you can loop a band around that hip, attach it to the rig or something stable behind you, so it'll be pulling that hip backwards. That's going to allow you to get further into the back of the leg. So load it through the front leg, back leg is there to support, and we're going to work on loosening that front hamstring. 10 to 20 times left, 10 to 20 times right. You can then work on that Jefferson curl, so we're going to start loosening through the entire back of the body. Jefferson curl, chin to chest, rolling down the spine one section at a time, pulling the belly button back towards your spine, letting the weight of the arms and your head drop you forward. If you find it easy to touch the floor, lift yourself off the floor, so do it on a stack of plates, stack of mats, or a bench or a box. Make sure, of course, that the surface is stable enough. So we've loosened off through the back of the body. We're now going to work down into the hips. So we want our hips to be nice and loose in order to get into a nice position with those dumbbells, or if we're going to be squat cleaning the bar. So we're going to start from mobilising with a ball around the glutes, sitting on the ball, extend the leg out, move the ball up to the sacrums, that bony section at the back of your pelvis. You're going to slowly bring the knee into the chest till you feel the pressure is enough, and back out. So repeat that a couple of times, then start moving the ball around to the top of your bum cheek. As you come around onto that corner, you're going to drop onto your hip, and you're going to continue working around into your glute med and min, which are on the side of your hip. Okay, whilst you're doing this, keep the leg at a nice relaxed knee angle, so straight but not completely locked. And you're going to rotate through the hips. So you're going to be actively releasing your smaller glute muscles on the side. That will allow you to externally rotate a little bit better and get into a better position at the bottom of a squat. Make sure you work all the way around onto the side of your hip. You're going to be spending at least 3 or 4 minutes from the back of the glutes round onto the side. We can then work into a nice stretch for that, which I call pigeon pose. Bring the leg up that you just worked on, hold your foot, and make sure your points of contact are knee to elbow or knee to forearm. So we want a 90-degree angle behind the knee. We extend that rear leg away, and we're trying to get that shin, the outside of the shin, to touch the floor. Do not lose that 90-degree angle behind the knee, okay? So we don't want to be dropping down into this normal glute stretch that I'm used to people doing. We're working more on the back of the hip joint itself, so we want a more open angle at the front of the leg there. Spend 90 seconds on one side, release the same on the left, and then the 90-second stretch on the left side. We also want to improve this front rack position. Obviously, we don't need to grab hold of the dumbbells, but it will help if we can keep the shoulders up. So again, we need to be looking at our upper back, thoracic spine. Real simple drill here. Start loosening off through the lats. So you're going to reach the arm across, right arm goes across the left corner. You're going to drop the back of the shoulder down towards the floor and rest your ear on your deltoid, so your ear on your shoulder, like so. And push down into the floor for a count of 10. Come back up. Same thing on the other side. Count of 10. Come back up. Repeat that 3 times. Then we'll work into the upper back. Walk the hands forward, keep the hips over the knees, and drop the chest and chin to the floor. Points of contact we're looking for here are chin, armpits, and chest to touch the ground. It might take a while to loosen into, so repeat this a couple of times until it starts to improve. So we're dropping your chest down to the floor and holding. So improving that front rack position, keeping the elbows up high, will both help with the dumbbell positions, getting them up and holding them there with comfort as the spine is nice and mobile. It will also help with that squat clean, keep the elbows high, or that power clean, whichever one you're choosing to do. So we've looked at posterior chain, hamstrings and low back for the burpees specifically. We've mobilised through the glutes to help get into that deep squat position. And then we've looked at the upper back to help keep us nice and mobile for that front rack. Good luck.